Welcome back to Falkert Figures, where today I'm going to be unboxing my latest order from one of my favourite eBay stores, Lee's Toy Review.
Homer, what gives with this review?
Lee's Toy Review is an eBay store that I visit all the time. I've got it saved in my sort of notification section when new stuff comes up. It's a great source to pick up WWF Hasbro figs. It's a great place to pick up Ninja Turtle Playmates figs. Not so many Galoobs, not seen many WCW Galoobs on that store recently, but definitely Hasbro's and definitely Turtles. It's a great place to get them. But what I like about it is that there's such a wide variety. There's stuff that you completely forget about. You know, there's stuff that you think, what is that? I've never seen that, but I think it's pretty cool. And every time I'm on there, I find something else, something sort of unique, something different. And one or two things I end up buying as well. I've bought some other stuff. So I bought some Dick Tracy's from them. Bought a couple of G.I. Joes as well. One or two other things. But anyway, so I was on Lee's Toy Review recently. I picked up, as you can see, I've already opened the box to have a look at this all and actually put something in a protector. So this is what the kind of catalyst for the order was. This is why I placed the order. This is a WWF Hasbro Scotty Steiner. He's in his protector. I don't know that I'm going to keep him in protector because I don't know I'm going to keep him. Anyone that follows the channel knows that I'm only allowed 5 Hasbros, like self-imposed rule, but I'm only allowed 5 Hasbros. And Scotty's probably not a high profile enough one to keep, but he was in such good condition that I just had to get him, had to buy him. He's in really nice shape, so I will probably end up getting him graded. I mean, he is near mint. He's almost perfect. Bubbles perfect, completely attached, no dents or things or anything. Absolutely perfect. So couldn't pass that up. But I suppose the interesting part is that on a previous order from Lee's Toy Review, I was buying some turtles from him and they arrived as you'd expect, so I bought it through eBay. But there's a little note in the box. Anyone that buys and sells on eBay will know that recently they've changed their policies. They've separated from PayPal. They're no longer affiliated with PayPal, so you have to pay eBay directly. They deduct their fees automatically from the cost that the buyer receives. So things have changed a lot recently, and not everyone's happy about it. And there was a little note in the turtle package from the guy's name is Lenny that runs Lee's Toy Review. I don't know why when his name is Lenny he calls it Lee's Toy Review, but there was a little note there with his email address and said if you see anything on the store on eBay that you want, email me directly and we'll sort out a deal. So that's what I did for this, and this was a great price. So I paid him £150, 150 GB pounds to get Scott Steiner, mint condition mock Scott Steiner, and 2 other figures I'm going to pull the box in a second for unboxing, delivered. So 150 delivered from the US to me here in Scotland, which is an absolute steal. Obviously, you're taking out all the fees. You're not having to pay the ridiculous import-export charges that eBay charges as well when you're buying from American sellers or international sellers. So I was thinking this is a way forward, man. So I'm going to keep an eye on his eBay store, and obviously for the Hasbros and the Turtles as I usually do, but because he's now willing to sort of deal direct and I have his email address, he's got my email address and I can talk to him directly now, it looks like I'll probably be able to pick up a lot more things from him that maybe wouldn't have been worth my while previously because it would have cost too much, but now we can just go direct. I can pick up things here, there and everywhere for a good price. So anyway, so Scotty was the main reason I got the deal. As I say, probably end up getting him graded because he's so nice, and then see if I can maybe trade him for something or sell him to get some money together to buy something that I want from my top 5. But anyway, so pop him to the side just now. But interestingly, the other, not by design, but the other 2 are kind of connected. The other 2 figures that I have are kind of connected. Not connected directly, they're not from the same series or the same line, the same toy line, but they are from the same manufacturer. So they're both made by Tiger Toys, which is a toy company that I'm not entirely familiar with. When I looked them up, I found a lot about Tiger Electronics, which was like the handheld games, and I did recognise that. I did think, yeah, I did have Tiger Electronics growing up, but I don't know if it's the same company or not. Looks like the same logo, so probably. But yeah, these are a couple of toy lines. Again, like I was saying about Lee's Toy Review, you see stuff, you're like, oh, remember that? So that's a couple of examples of this. First one I've got here is this Captain Planet figure. So Captain Planet is it's a line that I remember. It's a line that was around when I was growing up. I think I might even have had a couple of Captain Planet figures, Captain Planet and the Planeteers. I think there are one or two that are sought after from this line. I think there's a few different variants, as you can see in the card back. There's lots of different sort of Captain Planet variations, paint variations, different designs. I think there are one or two that are desirable. I think it's the Heat. He's not on this card back, but I think it's the Heat one or the Fire Captain Planet that is a valuable one. But this one is Arctic Captain Planet. So, and it wasn't very expensive. So I'm imagining it's one of the more common ones in line. But I just thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was a sort of throwback to my childhood. I can remember these figures. I don't have like strong memories of playing with them or anything, but I definitely remember them. I remember them being on the shelves in the stores. I remember people having them in the school playground and stuff. So I just thought, yeah, I'm going to pick up this one. And I'm going to open them up. I'm going to let them breathe and have a quick look at them. So I don't know a great deal about Captain Planet. I vaguely recall the story. There was a cartoon series that accompanied it, and it was basically like a, combating global warming type thing. Even back then in the 80s and the 90s, it was trying to get kids to be sort of more conscious of their carbon footprint, which is, thinking about it now, way ahead of its time. I mean, if you think about Greta Thunberg, she would have loved that program, but it's 20 years before her. So yeah, interesting concept. Not something I was hugely into, like as a cartoon. I mean, I wasn't really hugely into the. I mean, it was on. It was kind of like an after school thing, and I remember seeing it, but I didn't follow it. I couldn't tell you what the name of it. I remember they were Planeteers. But I don't remember their names. I remember they all had these, because this was a kind of feature of these figures, is they all came with a ring that you could wear, and I think they all sort of combined. They all had different elements like earth, wind, fire, and water, something like that. I'm not sure. So you could like obviously play with your figure, but you could also be a Planeteer or be Captain Planet with your ring on as well, which I suppose it's a bit of a novelty from the figures at the time, but. Yeah, it was not something that captured my imagination then. It's not really something that captures my imagination now. I mean, as far as a figure goes, there's no action move. There's nothing like that it does. I mean, I thought with it being Arctic Captain Planet, there might have been something, there you go, camouflage outfit for Arctic maneuvers. I mean, I thought it might have done something, but nah, it's just a basic figure, 5 points of articulation, legs, arms, head, and that's it. That's all it really does. So pretty basic, pretty boring. And the danger when you buy something new, like something you don't have anything else of, is you're probably going to end up trying to get more. I think there's more chance of the next one I'm going to pull out that happening with, but with Captain Planet, nah, I don't think so. I think this is enough. He did have a few others. He did have a couple of the Planeteers on Lee's Toy Review. So I did look at a few and thought, okay, maybe get a couple and do like an unboxing video for Captain Planet specifically, but I thought, nah, I'll pick this one up, see what I think of it. And to be honest, that is really just nothing special at all. Even the ring, like I thought the ring might have done something, but it's just really a picture under some plastic. I think it's not like a hologram or anything. Nah, it's a very, very basic figure, very basic toy, probably very cheap to produce, and it's probably why they're so accessible now, and I'm not really going for great money or anything like that. But still cool to have. I'm still really happy to have picked up a Captain Planet figure, because, like I say, I'm not like huge, and I don't remember. I don't recall them fondly or anything like that. But when I saw them in Lee's Toy Review, I thought, oh, I do remember them. It brings back a couple of memories, so worth picking up for the sort of 10 or 12 quid that it cost me. But anyway, the next one I'm a wee bit more excited about. This one is, again, Tiger Toys, and it's Inspector Gadget. So this is a really interesting figure. When this was first added to the store in Lee's Toy Review, it was added with the Inspector Gadget that goes with it. I mean, if you look at the card back on this, there's like 6 different Inspector Gadgets. They've all got different moves. They're all different colour. and yeah, they've all got a different sort of special move. Obviously, Inspector Gadget had all his different gadgets that would make him do different things. But I think it was this grey one, Go Gadget Snap Open Hat. I think that was the one that he had for sale as well. And I saw them both. I saw, this is Penny and Brains. So I saw Penny and Brains and thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And I saw Inspector Gadget and thought, yeah, I might get them both. But that went really quickly. Somebody bought that really, really quickly. But I did manage to get this. Not a great card. I think in terms of collectability, this is more rare, more collectible than the Captain Planet. But it's not a great card. It's got a lot of damage to this corner. It's sort of curved over at the top. Yeah, pretty big crease up here. So it probably would be worth, as I say, you know, it gave me a really good deal on the shipping and everything. So it probably would be worth more than I paid for it if I was to resell it, but not a huge amount. Like not a great deal. I think the big toy in this line is not on this card back, so it must be like in a later series. But is it Dr. Claw, the bad guy? So the bad guy in Inspector Gadget, you never saw his face. And the way he's packed, there's like the figure's in the box and it's got like a sort of insert over his face, so you have to open it up to see what his face looks like. So it's obviously a bit of a gimmick to shift the figures. But yeah, I think that's a rare one. I think that's the sort of equivalent of the Dick Tracy blank type thing. Yeah, that's the one that goes for big money. So there's no chance of me getting that. I might be able to pick up one of the Inspector Gadgets, but I don't know if I wouldn't need any more than one. I'd probably like to have the one in the grey coat because that's how he appears mostly in the cartoon. But if I could get one of them, I think that would probably do. But anyway, so Penny and Brains. Let's get these guys opened. So Inspector Gadget, again, not something I was a huge fan of, but it wasn't something I would turn off if it came on TV when I was coming in from school or anything. So I watched a fair few episodes of it. Penny is Inspector Gadget's niece, I believe. And Brains is like obviously their pet, but I think the sort of the gimmick is that they do most of the work. You know, they kind of get Inspector Gadget out of a lot of trouble. I don't know what this thing is here. Top secret mission. So let's see if I can get that off. Oh, it's literally taped on. You have to rip the card to tape it on. Yeah. I don't know if that's just like the instructions just folded over as a secret mission, or if there's actually something in this. I'll open it up and have a look. See what it says. Inspector Gadget is planning to demolish the great sports domes in America. Ultimately, he will take over many of teams and use their athletes for evil. You must check out these dome stadiums thoroughly, even the very tops, to look for sabotage. This message will set this up. I don't understand that. Inspector Gadget's the goodies, you know. Don't understand that. Oh well, it is a secret mission. It is, but yeah, nice wee gimmick. But right, so here's Penny. She's got a wee bit of dirt on her head. She's wiping off though. That's perfect. Again, just like Captain Planet, she's only got the 5 points of articulation, but she's just a little bit more animated. She just looks, obviously, a pigtail sort of waving out the side and stuff. She just looks a little bit more sort of toyetic, even though I don't really like that term, than Captain Planet does. And here's Brains. So this guy was probably the highlight. Oh, he's like bendy. I thought he was going to be articulate as well, but no, he's like a Bendham type. Oh, that's cool. He was a highlight of the show because he was always, this stuff's like his disguise kit. And without even reading the instructions, I know that he dresses up in disguise. How does that go on? It goes through his ears, presumably. No, I can't get that to go on. Right, if that one goes through there, then it definitely goes on there because there's a little bit for it to stay in at the bottom. I'm going to end up with rubbing all the paint off by doing this. No, I can't get that to go on. I don't want to force it too much. But he's got this little sort of false moustache. Clips on his nose, presumably. There we go. He's got some shades. Or are these Penny shades? There you go. Now they go. They go on Brains. Right. So he's got his moustache. Actually, I wonder if he'll stand up because he did walk around on his like back legs in the cartoon a little bit. There we go. You can get him to stand up. No, he's not going to stand, is he? Is he? Nah, I'll lean up against the box. Yeah, and Penny comes with a couple of gadgets. So this looks like, is this like her book bag or something? Yeah, so that's, it looks like it's a computer, but it's disguised as a book, and I think that clips over there. Yeah, so it's like a handbag type thing, but it's actually like a little portable computer, and she's got a rocket powered skateboard, and that's sweet. This type of stuff I really love. Like, I unboxed some Hook figures a while back, and the best part about the Hook figures was Rufio and his skateboard. The rest of the line I could take or leave, but definitely I was so glad to have Rufio on his. It's like a windsurfer, like, but it's a skateboard. It's really cool. Obviously, if you've seen the movie Hook, you know what I'm talking about. But that's sweet. Like, Penny's got that little skateboard. I love that. So yeah, that's awesome, man. Penny comes with book, computer, shoulder strap, and jet skateboard. Brain. I thought his name was Brains, but it's just Brain. Brain is a bendable master of disguise, includes moustache, sunglasses, and sombrero, even though his sombrero won't actually go over his ears. But that's pretty cool. That was a decent pickup, I think. Penny and Brain. I'd love to get an Inspector Gadget to go with it. But yeah, as I say, there's so many of them. Surely I'll be able to get one. I'd like to get the one in the grey overcoat, because that's sort of screen accurate to Inspector Gadget, but any one of them, I'd take any one of them just to sort of complete the set of the three main characters. So yeah, that's it. That's that for this video. Really sort of different video, but really cool. Really enjoyed opening up new and unique figures, and obviously also got my mint condition Scotty Steiner Hasbro, which is an awesome bonus. Essentially, these guys were free, because when you think about what I paid for it, I mean, Scotty Steiner in that sort of condition, it wouldn't be far off 150 quid if you were buying that like on Facebook or something, of someone local. You'd be paying £100 anyway, you know. So once you factor in postage and stuff, these guys were, for a couple of vintage figures for the 90s, are more or less a wee added bonus, a wee freebie. But anyway, now that I've got Lenny's email address, I won't be buying anything through eBay off him, but I will be buying a lot more things off him. I'll be going directly to him, because he's got some awesome stuff on that site. Have a look at the eBay store, Lee's Toy Review. Lots of cool stuff in there. As I say, he's usually got lots of Hasbros, although it seems to be the same guys over and over again. There's a lot of Yokozuna red cards coming back. I mean, I don't just mean like he's selling the same one over and over. I mean, he has like different versions of the same figure. I mean, that's the third or fourth Scott Steiner I've seen him sell. I've seen him sell a lot of the head shrinkers and like Gonzalez and the Bushwhackers, a sort of blue card series. But yeah, it tends to be like the same 6 or 8 figures that he gets in again. I don't know why. He must have some kind of source somewhere, like some mad collector or something. But anyway, so yeah, as I say, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Stay safe, and we'll speak soon.